All right. Hello, 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 and welcome to this special event. We have quite the treat for you in store this weekend. More on that in a moment. I'm your host, Peppajack, and joining me today is Gray. How you doing, Gray?
Hello, I'm fine. Thanks for having me here. It's nice
Yeah.
to be here.
So you are going to be casting the first game with us. We're going to have 4 matches today, 3 matches tomorrow, each one with a different co-host. So lots of variety coming your way. How's it feel to be casting for your first time?
It's really strange, but at the same time, it's quite exciting so far. But we'll see about the game. I have high hopes for this game and for this format overall.
Yeah. This should be a pretty fun adventure for everyone. So for those of you who don't really know what's going on right now, this is our format debut of Lion Locked, which is a new DLC bingo format that we've been working on with a different rule set, extremely different square set, very different pace of play. It should be a heck of a lot of fun. The tournament this weekend is going to be, as I mentioned, 4 matches today, 3 matches tomorrow. It is going to be single elimination, so we have 8 players, and every single match, their elimination is on the line. This format should go by pretty quick. These games should be, on average, shorter than regular DLC bingo, so will be pretty fast and chaotic, all kinds of fun. Here is the info for this format. So basically, you are not allowed to open the sealed Spirit Spring to Scadu Altus until you have killed the Dancing Lion Remembrance boss. That means the only way to get to Scadu Altus is to kill Lion or Rellana, kind of going through Ensis the quote-unquote normal way. So in a lot of ways, this will kind of approximate the new player experience to the DLC. You're going to be stuck in Gravesite, very little Scadu, very little money. And then you gotta break out by killing one of these, we call them gatekeeper bosses. So the only other little rule to be aware of is Impaling Thrust and Stormblade are banned on the Great Katana only. You can still use them on Milady, which we've seen some of in practice and preparation. So a bit more weapon variety potential going on here. But yeah, Great Katana with those ashes is just a bit too strong for this format. So our players today for our first match are going to be SÆSAE and Rambler. So SÆSAE, I believe, is the only player in this event that did not play in Showdown of the Erdtree a couple months ago. But he was our DLC Bingo Open Grand Champion. So we're kind of expecting a good showing from SÆSAE. He also plays quite well in the early game, and Lion Locked, you can really get off and run into a hot start in the early game, so we'll see how that works out. And his opponent in this match is the Great Rambler. So this is one of our hypest matchups for today. We thought we'd kick it off with a bang. And yeah, so what are you expecting to see from this match, Gray?
I would call this match like Battle of Veterans of Elden Ring Bingo overall, because these guys have these are the guys that have most experience in Bingo overall when we are speaking. So I really looking forward to their early game. Both of them are known for having good early game, so I think early game will be crucial. But I mean, this format, early game is crucial either way. But definitely, I do believe it will be fierce battle from the get go.
Yeah, absolutely. So, without too much further ado, I think we're going to get started for the day. Gray, if you don't mind, can you deafen up our players, and we'll be looking to start the match. Actually, you go ahead and start it since you're admin. That way I know that they're all deafened and ready to go and stuff.
Okay, starting in 3 seconds. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Clock is ticking down. First Lion Locked board reveal. What do we got? All right, so there's going to be a lot to talk about on every single one of these boards. There are so many new squares that people have not seen before. There are many of them present on this list, including our center square this match, which is Reach Level 5 Scadu, which is a lot more challenging when you don't have access to that free Scadu in Scadu Altus. So that one is a really nice power up to get if you can get that before breaking out. But otherwise, you can complete it really quickly once you do break out of Gravesite.
From my understanding, you need to get all or close to all Scadu fragments that are in Gravesite plane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Level 5.
Pretty much. I forget exactly how many you need. You may need all of them. You may be able to miss one. You can probably miss one. I would imagine that if you're the Belurat player, you can skip the Ensis checkpoint one. If you're the Ensis player, you can skip the Belurat one. Speaking of that terminology, so because the format requires you to break out of Gravesite via these legacy dungeons, we tend to refer to players as an Ensis or a Belurat player, depending on which legacy dungeon they choose to go through. It's typically best to try and split which one you choose to get your Scadu Altus access through. Therefore, you're not getting sniped on all the squares going through. So because these are not huge legacy dungeons, a lot of the squares are going to be pretty quick to grab along the way. So you really want to avoid getting all of that sniped away from you on your way into Scadu Altus. This is a categorized square set, so there's going to be a set number of squares early, a set number of squares in each legacy dungeon so that it's relatively balanced, and then squares scattered out through the late game. So some new squares that we got here that are achievable in Gravesite planes that you might not have seen. Touch the inscription atop the suppressing pillar. There's a max level smithing stone up there, and we have that 3 max level smithing stone square on the board. What else we got here? There's a lot of emphasis typically on the early dungeons. Sorry, Gray, I keep cutting you off. Yeah. On the early dungeons that are accessible in Gravesite planes, like this Fogrift Catacomb, there's a square for. There's probably others. And there's this Ash of War Blink Bolt where you have to kill 5 lightning sheep with it, and that is found in Fogrift. So there's a bit of a Fogrift play. But all right, now it's your turn. What do you see? What do you like?
Finally, definitely see a lot of early squares, like you can do off-rip. So I'm really interested in what players are going for. We can see that SÆSAE has put his time to night in game, but Rambler did not. So that could be indication of what is happening next. But I see that middle square, especially because we all like to have middle square, if you are playing bingo, can be deceiving in my opinion in this game, because it's not that quick as people may think it is. You need access through in both legacy dungeons basically, and even further than them. So it really comes down to the early management of these squares.
Yeah, definitely. And some squares also just are like play out differently than they used to in this format. Like this 2 Kindred cookbook square, we used to see the 2 Scadu Altus cookbooks get marked very, very fast each game. In this format, it's very different. The only other Kindred cookbook that is accessible without killing one of the gatekeeper bosses is down by that giant rolling lightning ram, which, by the way, is on the board and in a line. So that's kind of interesting.
I think what is important to mention is in line log format that people will look out for synergies more than usually. Definitely, since, as you mentioned, one cookbook is in Cerulean, then immediately you are looking for what other things are in Cerulean. You can do the same for the first cookbooks, like what other things are in the Prospect Town. I think it's important to be aware of all times if you're a player and to keep track of what your opponent doing, but you cannot be deceived. You have to be pushing all fronts as well. It's quite difficult to play this format, definitely.
Yeah, I think there's kind of more similarities to base game bingo, actually, with this Altus access, with the requirement of kind of like killing a shard bearer, as it were, to get access to Landell. That in a way, it kind of plays out like a much more accelerated version of base game bingo, with this access being so incredibly important. Like, you can run around Gravesite and collect like a huge pile of squares, but if your opponent just sees a line that is only doable in Scadu Altus, and they just go and kill a gatekeeper boss before you, they can just run away with a bingo, even if you have an enormous square advantage.
You cannot contest it.
Yeah. So it's
really important to like differentiate in time, basically, what to do, what focus to take on, basically.
Yeah, got to be really careful of those lines and manage your access
one buzzer. Yeah, but I would say that we see one buzzer here on the board, because definitely Kill Dancing Lion is on the board. So one player who like chooses to be Belurat player, if any, we will know when they have access to Scadu Altus. Sorry.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. We do see both players choosing to contest Ensis at the moment, both eyeing up that Ensis checkpoint gate square. So this is kind of a similar square as Drain the Water in the other like regular
Just
DLC
much
bingo
quicker.
format. Yeah. Say here grabbing the Grace, Rambler choosing to skip it. So he is now ahead on this opening of the gate. Say gets the Skadu.
He was slightly behind.
He was, yeah. This decision to touch the Grace might cost Say. Unless Rambler has a little waterfall incident. The camera can kind
Not
of
just
tweak
waterfall,
out a little
yeah.
on this waterfall. Okay.
There are
like he's
also
good.
the soldiers who hit really hard when you don't have any Scadu on.
That's true, and that's a good point. Like a good thing to point out. This format requires players to do all of these things at incredibly low Skadu. They're going to be probably 2 or 3. Oh, Say even falls off the waterfall, has to quit out.
He was trying to do the new tech thingy to jump on the waterfall, not to go to the second parts of the stones, and he failed.
Yeah, it did cost him a bit.
Quite unfortunate. Yeah.
All right, so that is the Ensis checkpoint gate marked for Rambler, first square on the board, and a snipe. So now he's got to go back and get that Grace. So money-wise, Rambler has a weird amount of money. He's got this 30k, which is kind of around Milady upgrade range. Not enough for Great Katana, way too much for Backhand Blades. So we'll see what he chooses to eye up. Given that he is an Ensis, we might see some Milady gameplay. But we'll see what he's choosing. Going back to Castle Front, potentially.
With gate open, it's extremely quick to grab a Milady as well. So if you are also looking forward, because that amount of money could be indicated that he has a Stoneblade and Impaling Trust already bought. So that could be the thing that he is looking for. Basically, he has the gate opened up. He can get Milady quickly, and he can use those 2 really strong Ashes of War from the get-go, which is thing that you cannot do with Great Katana. But Great Katana has, if you're using Cold, has 2 affinities on it. It's always good. I think it's a matter of preference, but I'm really enjoying seeing people trying out new builds. It was really exciting as when people were trying bleed back and blades or something different that we are not used to seeing. I really like that about this format.
Yeah, this is probably our biggest weapon variety format. We've even seen some like Black Steel Great Hammer gameplay. I don't know if we'll see that this weekend, but
it'll be interesting, definitely.
Yeah. There is a square. Oh, it's on the board actually for acquiring that Great Hammer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And this square, by the way, is the only square where cheese is legal. So you are allowed to cheese that Black Knight off of the cliff in order to acquire the hammer. The main reason that we're doing that is to support that weapon variety if people choose to do it. It looks like Say here upgraded his weapon and is now choosing to do a Logre into Black Steel Great Hammer guy. It does have the 2 Skadu down there as well. So like Gray was pointing out earlier, a bit of synergy coming out here. And a bit of synergy coming out here from Rambler as well, going for the suppressing pillar and presumably grabbing the stone up at the top.
Definitely also another thing that is needed to be mentioned up. These also squares, like you mentioned that cheesing Black Steel Greyhammer guy, it's cheesable. Yes, it is, but you are not just cheesing him by being there. You are taking risk. It's not really easy to make him be on that cliff and just to fall. So it's still taking some risk doing that. I like that. Like it's not just free square by allowing a cheese.
Yeah, definitely. He can definitely mess you up. Okay. Logre does get off his heel, but otherwise pretty smooth fight. Say leaning on that overhead stance, which is really good for these Beast Claw guys. Should be due like another status proc or something. Nah, just kills him straight up with damage.
Yeah.
All right, so there goes Logre. Say
First
on
square,
the board.
both square on board. Yeah,
but Rambler now has both diagonals covered, and he's put a flag in one of the legacy dungeons that he's probably interested in pursuing Ensis. So Say is going to have to make some adaptations. He's going to have to handle the diagonals. He's going to have to choose whether he contests Ensis or whether he respects Rambler's mark and goes to Belurat.
As I said, he's already grabbing 2 Skadus that are here, so that already puts him kind of in a way towards middle square. That will take care of both diagonal, definitely.
Yeah, and it'll probably, like, if Rambler reads the fact that there's the 2 Skidoo down here for Black Steel Great Hammer, he might leave SÄSAE to that square and be like, nah, it's not worth it for me. Yeah, like, both squares on the way to that 2 Skidoo down there are claimed. It's just a little too far out of the way. I want to keep my velocity high. And that guy, by the way, who drops the Black Steel Great Hammer is a unique Black Knight. So SÄSAE has one of those to his name as well.
Both of them are progressing things in the same time while doing the squares. Like Rambler progressed to acquire 3 max level smithing stones, and SÄSAE progressed 3 unique Black Knights. So they are both having a hidden kind of progress. I mean, it's apparent on the board, but if you don't keeping track on that in your mind, you can be deceived by those.
So Rambler's doing Tiolier skip. Oh, and dies.
That's the first victim to Tiolier today.
One potential boon of this format is there are going to be much fewer games decided by goofy Tiolier skip incidents. That was one of the worst things to see in DLC bingo, is when there's some big rush in Altus and somebody just like cannot settle torrent on those slopes and just gets stuck dying there like 2 or 3 times, and their opponent just collects a mountain of squares and the game is basically over before it even began. So that is a nice feature of Line Locked. No skips that are really going to ruin anyone's day being absolutely required. SÄSAE is choosing to contest Ensis, by the way, not electing to go Belurat.
Yes. I mean, there are Black Knights inside Ensis. That is a good way of doing that. But Rambler is also having quite different setup for doing that Tiolier skips than the most. I do believe this is like the old way of doing that skip, like Domo does it.
Yeah.
So it's also a bit tricky for the viewers, because the biggest difficulty that you are facing when you are watching game, it's stressing out when you see people doing things that you are not used to. So that can basically be a thing that throws you off as well.
Yeah. That is true. So while they're doing a little bit of running here, SÄSAE never even got to the gate beforehand. But anyway, let's do a little tally of which squares belong to which dungeon. So the 4 unique Black Knights, that's going to be a little bit more Ensis. What else is in Ensis?
We have
sorceries a little bit. Not a whole lot else. It's mostly just going to be the faster access. You can get to, like, this Unlock 2 Sealed Spirit Spring square is mostly intended as a Belurat square. You get the ability to unlock that one at the bottom of Tiolier skip when you kill the lion, and then as you're running to Scadu Altus, there's another little hidden Sealed Spirit Spring up to Shadowview Cross, which you can open very quickly. So that's kind of intended for Belurat, but it is thievable if you are the Ensis player and your opponent is not clearing Belurat in a timely manner. The 2 Sealed Spirit Springs that you'd likely go for are that Shadowview Cross, and then you're not allowed to open the one locked by Lion, but you can still run all the way to Rabbith's Rise and break the hidden wall and open up that Sealed Spirit Spring to mark the square. It will take a bit more time, but it is doable.
And with Scadu Avatar, you would want to go eventually towards back section, so it's really good to go for that one on Rabbit's Rise. So going Rellana early could be a good thing to push that and to block everything else. But it's important to mention also, it was a bit funny to me, SÄSAE did have a bit of misfortune on his skip that he's invented.
Yeah, he has a little skip to get over the gate that we've been using, but the Burger King men interfered to give him a bit of a whopper, and he resolved to just quit out and open the gate normally. These little tiny skips are kind of costing him. They're not as clean as perhaps they should be.
And not playing games does that to you, definitely.
Yes, SÄSAE is an infamous non-practicer. So, yeah.
But it's still important to mention that Rambler still doesn't have his weapon online, and SÄSAE does. SÄSAE can literally do this Rellana early and get away with lead in Scadu Altus.
It's true. This would be very early. I don't know that he'll do it right now. He is pivoting. For what? There is that strong Fogrift Catacomb play that he could be eyeing up. No, headed in the direction of Tiolier. So Rambler also didn't grab the Turtle Talisman while he was down in ELAC. He just set up the Grace, I guess. I kind of missed what he might have been thinking with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's kind of this column 4 for him with the Kindred cookbooks combo with the Ram. But the block is kind of nice with Fog Rift because you get the sheep access as well. So it's not the most devastating column, but the Ram with the cookbooks is kind of nice.
Ram with the cookbooks and demi-human boss. You can also kill Merga
That's
while
true.
you are
That's true.
South.
Yeah. You go
South
down that
gives
way.
you South gives you quite a few. But you can also like do the different synergy. If you go Belurat jail, kill Onze, you will get Spirit Ash and demi-human boss. Both of them are on the same diagonal.
Yeah.
So if Rambler opts for that, that is quite big play as well.
Yeah, especially if, say, also a TLEA skip incident. What is going on with these skips?
Yolia today is someone, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if Say sits on this level 5 Scadu for a long time. Dude, what is going on?
Quite a bit of misfortunes today.
My goat does not happen to be my goat does not happen to be a mountain goat today, it seems.
It was first the water, and now it's curse skip. We'll try not to curse even more.
There he goes. Oh my god! What is happening?
You have to call it. That is definitely curse.
All right, and anyone wanting to challenge Say to a game, today may be the day. It may be your day to get your win. Yeah, he's just saying, screw this, he's out. All right, Rambler moving up towards Prospect Town. This format does have a lot more in Prospect Town than other formats. He's currently eyeing up the Scadu fragment from the pot guy here. This board, not entirely super Prospect Town beefy. It's really just the Kindred cookbook and this one Scadu. Well, eventually you probably want it for the Lightning Sheep. It's got the Lightning Sheep closest to a Grace, I think. Out of any of the other options,
it's a quick access. It's quick access to Jail Knight if you're using another Say skip.
Yes.
The skips are not our friends today.
Yeah, so Say probably should not attempt that one.
Exactly.
All right. So he does appear to be hanging up the Kindred cookbook. Yes. Say, meanwhile, Belurat. So Say is kind of going through both dungeons, which we have seen before. It's very, very greedy. But because Ensis is not incredibly strong, he may just be like reevaluating his position on the board and like, actually, I want Belurat more. Like Rambler can have his Ensis, even though Say is like at Rellana. Rellana is, I mean, these bosses, when you are unjuiced, are very hard bosses. People have gotten really good at Rellana, so sometimes, an early Rellana is in the cards. You can do it like in the 11-12 minute mark if you are really sending it in an accelerated manner. But it is dangerous. We've also seen plenty of people have pretty hefty Rellana incidents. We've seen people have pretty hefty Lion incidents. These DLC players are used to, especially with Lion, kind of coming back a little later in the game because it's uncommon to rush Belurat off rip in more vanilla DLC formats. So you're used to fighting him with like 4 or 5 Scadu, and going in there with half that, it's significantly more challenging.
It definitely hits hard, but I wanted to mention what are the squares that Say might be looking forward in Belurat, because Belurat does not have that many early accessible squares that we can have. There is no squares that you can grab immediately. There is Lion, which works well with 2 helms, which doesn't belong to the armor set, which also works well with my idea previous that I mentioned in going Belurat jail. Because going for Belurat jail, we have another thing that we can do. Basically, we can grab the Jarhelm, actually. So there is not that much in Belurat to do actually in this board. I don't see that much appeal in going Belurat immediately. I think it's crucial to have access to both of the dungeons, but not to show the progress immediately.
Kind of the story of this format tends to be that Belurat is slower but more valuable, and Ensis is faster but less valuable. Like, we see these squares like kill the Dancing Lion, give Hornsenta Scorpion Stew, 2 sealed Spirit Strings. You already mentioned the Helms. Like, there are verifiably more squares in Belurat. They're just all a little slower, especially on the access. Because once you kill Lion, you do have to do TLEA skip, break the Spirit Spring, then you're all the way out at Reprimand. When you kill Rellana, you're right there. You're right there in Shadow Altus, ready to go. Hippo's right in front of your face. Whatever step you want to do next immediately is at your fingertips. But as far as breaking out of Gravesite, there's not really a ton, I don't think. Like, there's a ton of Black Knights in Shadow Altus, so if you get there, you can just start murdering horse riders and like rack up that square real quick. But honestly, there's just not. Okay,
This
say
board
snipes
in general,
on.
it's not one region oriented. I think it's bits and pieces of all regions combined.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
kind of a
have
tricky
to-
board.
You want to be everywhere. You want to be everywhere, essentially.
Yeah, bit of south,
Okay, it
bit of
seems
back section,
Say is going
bit
for
of frenzy.
Rellana. That is important to mention. Say is going for Rellana first. Let's say shard better in this format, basically. So it's difficult, as you said. We are used to having these, like, if we are having lower setup in regular vanilla DLC, we are at least 1/4 schedule for Rellana. And when we have, I mean, we know that Say is on 5 schedule right now because of the square, but these bosses are extremely hard to pull when you don't have the juice that you're used to.
He's also killed nothing. Like, even though he has 5 Skidoo, he's got literal 0 talismans, like bare minimum dex, just the amount that it takes to wield his weapon. And the damage is going to be mostly coming from the procs and these like pierce attacks that still do okay damage, but he does have to be quite careful. Rellana, as you can see, hitting quite hard. It's a good stagger.
He has intelligence, not crystal tier, and that also, like, boost your base attack damage, but it's also not giving you extra dexterity that you might want to have in early game.
Yeah, and people buy the int tier with Great Katana sometimes in vanilla DLC bingo to kind of have a tier that stays relevant later into the game. Because like that first 10 levels of int are fairly valuable, and if you bought dex tier, you're like and got to 40 dex super quickly, the next 10 levels matter very little.
But
in this format, you're spending a lot of time at low dex. So dex tier could have been more valuable. Thorny could have been more valuable because you're using the basic moveset more often for Great Katana, so you can actually build up that multi-hit. Rellana going into the super moves, a very nice dodge.
And Rambler did, in fact, pick up that Milady after all, and he has a.
No.
That's a great katana,
that's
actually.
Great Katana.
That's a great katana.
It's got overhead stance. Read, bro.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It looked like it. But it's also interesting is asking why. You had access to Milady. Those Ashes of War are quite powerful. They are banned for a reason on Great Katana, you know. It could be just comfort pick, as we know that Rambler did not play that much of games of Landlocked. So it really could be comfort pick at the end. Oh.
Little lucky on the optional follow-up, gets a bleed proc. Smacked around just a little, but this is taking a while. Like, I would not be surprised to see his physic wear off before too terribly long. Rambler, meanwhile, going into Fog Rift. Oh, there's the proc.
There's also quite a bit. Things in the Fog Rift Catacomb. Is there actually a smithing stone in Fog Rift Catacomb? I'm not sure. I know that Spirit Ash is there, but I don't know about. No.
Nah, no stones. Rambler actually looking to leave. He was just looking to prep the catacomb. I feel like just oh my god, the blood buildup. Jesus.
He's prepping quite a lot of stuff. He's prepped his south, he prepped this catacomb. He's waiting to see what Say is doing. Kinda.
Yeah, that is true. He does have the Elec River. Yeah. I mean, you should probably consider getting that two-headed turtle talisman before terribly long.
Because it's easy accessible. Yeah.
Yeah, well, now that Say is center square, it's like a row 2 for him. Blocks the center column. Oh, meanwhile, we see Say tangling with Messmer's army. Got a bit more aggroed than he probably wanted to, but that is another Black Knight in the dirt.
Say didn't really specify where he is right now on the board. It's 20 minutes. You have to assume something. But when you are in the dark, which is quite important to mention for all the people who are watching, when you are playing, you don't know exactly what your opponent is doing. And right now, when Rambler just looks at the board, he doesn't see Say in any of Legacy dungeons so far. He can assume, but there is no proof like Say has for Rambler that he has access point in the Ancestral checkpoint, basically. So that could be difficult for Rambler, like to assume SA's progress and to play according to that.
Say having a RNG Black Knight drop, not checking the item. Shame on him. Could have been some sick drip. Disappointment.
And that armor has pretty good stats as well compared to the ones that we are using most of the times.
One other thing that I'm a little surprised about is SÄ not going for these Kindred cookbooks. Because he has Scadu Altus access now, the Kindred cookbooks all of a sudden once again become incredibly rushable. Maybe he wants to hide that info from Rambler as long as possible. He is going to Morth Ruins now, so maybe not so much.
Overall, Rao base can be really interesting for SÄ now, because you can finish cookbooks in Rao base. You have one of Mausoleum in Rao base. When you're going towards that Mausoleum, you are breaking Seal Spirit Spring. So this board is extremely synergistic, but not in the obvious ways.
Yeah. He should... Where is he actually? Okay, he's going for the Kindred cookbooks. Yeah.
No.
One thing to be aware of is, SÄ, because he's in Scadu Altus, is running the constant risk of locking himself out of Hornsent Scorpion Stew. If you break the Great Rune, you start Hornsent's quest, and once his quest begins, it seems to be impossible to give him the stew. So, as SÄ is running around here, he's got to be pretty careful not to break that Great Rune if he wants access to that square at any point. It's one of the easiest lockout conditions in this list, I believe.
There are not many, but definitely.
There's a few. There's a few.
I want to say there are not many that are easy to forget. Like, if you are locking yourself out of Egon, you are doing that willingly. But this one can be a mistake that you can just overlook.
Oh, so all those times that you locked yourself out of Egon in tournament games, that you were doing that willingly? Very, very aware of those facts?
I refuse to comment on that matter further. But definitely some of the times were conscious decisions, but most of the times were not. Yeah.
Sure thing. All right, Rambler.
Yeah, I'm trying to cope with that.
No longer able to get the Kindred cookbooks, which is probably one of the reasons he was coming down here. Now he's stuck with either the Ram, Demi-Human Boss. There is his second Mausoleum out here. He could be eyeing up row 2, but he's going to lose the Sealed Spirit Springs, because we can see SÄ continuing onto Red Bear. As you mentioned, it's going to be a really great play for him. He's going to unlock a Spirit Spring and get a Mausoleum done. So kind of splitting the diff on that line.
I think you know this better than I do. How many glowworms do we have accessible straight from Cerulean Coast?
There are quite a few. There's one by Mariga. There's one by Dancer. There's 2 by the Cross Grace. And then there's one on the drop down from Karos. And there's actually a skip that you can do to get that one. The one that you get from dropping down to Karos. But if you have not been paying attention to the format, you will almost certainly not know that skip, because it is useful for nothing else.
There is one in Fogriff Catacomb that Rambler already has access to, so
he
might be eyeing up that row 4 as well.
It's a bit out of the way. It's a bit out of the way. There is the Spirit Ash nearby that Glovewort, and there is a Black Knight if he had prioritized that. But yeah, I don't see him really taking the time to do it. It does take extra time to go and get that thing.
Say going for reprimand, it seems.
Spirit Ash potentially. What else?
But you have to go regular way through reprimand.
I mean, you just
get that here.
jump in the dumpster, like go right through the front entrance and drop down. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand why why that move. I mean, it is a grace kind of towards the Sealed Spirit Spring in Shadow View. It's just kind of around the corner from there.
I mean, he still has Belurat open, so it's not out of the question fully to kill Lionan to get to the regular Spirit Spring that we are used to getting it.
Yeah. Rambler's been dark for a little bit. They might have shown that he's going down Elac with the Turtle Talisman mark, but it would be... It's both like... potentially very dangerous, but also very mean to get your access through one of the dungeons. And then if your opponent is sitting on their dungeon a little too long, go in and steal it from them. There's typically a pile of squares in each dungeon, so being able to clear it out. Like, if you can get both, then your opponent has very few ways back into the game on majority. They pretty much have to come up with a bingo line somewhere. Rambler!
It's not completely unseen of doing that. I mean, I know a few players who likes to steal progress in the other.
Yeah, also like to get snipes sometimes. You know.
Oh, definitely. But that meta, it's also the part of this format that makes it interesting. You are low Scadu. You don't have talismans, and you are out of your comfort zone that you usually have. And she deals damage. Not just she. Ads are pretty annoying as well.
Huh. I was kind of expecting SÆSAE to go right into the Red Bear fight, but opting for the Grace. I mean, there is a Spirit Ash out here, so he's prepped a Spirit Ash in Reprimand. He's prepped the Ornis Legend Ash out this way. He would need to just come by one more. I did also miss if Rambler grabbed Bloodfiend's Grace on his way to grab the Turtle Talisman, because that is also a Spirit Ash that doesn't take terribly long.
I'm not sure about that one, though.
All right, there goes Demi-Humans. That blocks
now,
the column
will
5.
Rambler remember the Glovert here? Looks like not.
No. Yeah, no.
He made
All right, time for Belurat for him. He does kind of need to break out at this point. Say marking 2 sealed Spirit Springs means that he has Scadu Altus access. It also guarantees that it was through Rellana, because Dancing Lion is not marked. So he knows that Belurat is still uncontested, hypothetically. So it's a pretty safe bet for him to go through it at this point. He now knows that SÆSAE went through Ensis.
Oh, definitely. Especially with the amount of time the SÆSAE was dark and then marking 2 sealed Spirit Spring, that definitely screams Ensis. But Rambler needs to be calm, basic and collected, because right now he is playing under pressure. Your opponent is having a lot more access than you currently. That is a hard position to be in. You need to be calm.
Yeah, especially not like as he's not gotten too deep into Belurat, he still has to run through the whole entirety of the place. So it's going to be a while still before he gets his Scadu Altus access. He has killed a boss though, which is really helpful. Getting that first injection of runes is a huge power spike and can make getting out of Altus much easier. We see a lot of people killing like Jail Knights or Ancient Dragon Man or something for just that first hit of runes. Even though they're dangerous fights, just having that power boost makes going for the Gatekeeper bosses significantly less risky. He is stat dumping though, did not buy talismans.
Those fights are really hard to do initially, but they are rewarding in terms you will get full setup by them. But we can see SÆSAE also going for Catacomb.
Well, they only give you a full setup if you actually buy the talismans with the money.
Definitely.
Oh,
and if you
shadow people?
it's not just buying them.
Skipping this Grace. I do not believe you want to be doing that, Rambler. There are some Scorpion Stew related squares.
Yep.
I mean, you can skip down from stage front, but it is not a huge commitment to grab that Grace, and it is certainly faster than skipping down from stage front. So that's a bit of a whiff.
Currently, his only wish is to kill that lion as soon as possible and to get Scadu Altus access.
Yeah, I think that honestly, these squares are more important because there's just like this pile of Belurat squares that are still just hanging out. Like getting those.
He did grab key.
Yeah. So he saw that at least, but
yeah.
Bird. Oh God. Oh, bird fire. Oh Lord. Not having grabbed that Grace makes me very tense on this little run.
Running sections are really hard today, it seems.
Yeah, you're also really pretty used to playing with Dragon Crest Great Shield on, because it's like pretty fast to grab for most builds and stuff. So like doing these runs when you take like 20% more physical damage, just cause like can be kind of spooky. Oh, SÆSAE is going for the Spirit Ash in this catacomb, so he's choosing to make this synergy happen. Okay.
I was checking if the sorcerers are part of the square, but not.
No.
But there are definitely a lot of things in this catacomb. We have Blinkbot Ash of War here. We have Clear the Catacomb itself, and we have Spirit Ashes and Girl of Words. So this catacomb is stacked. Basically.
Yeah. It does look like he's going for the
I-
Glovewort. Mesmer
think
soldiers are
only, like,
very
that-
dangerous, so taking the time to
Yeah.
clear these guys out, pretty wise.
There
They're
is
honestly
one
more
more
dangerous than
inside
the
as
Black
well.
Knight is. Oh, he's not going for the Glovewort. He's just going...
No.
Maybe he saw a demi-human boss turtle talisman and is like, screw it, I'm not going to contest.
Could be.
Or maybe he's just dumb. Maybe he's just dumb.
I wouldn't go that far. He's winner. He's winner of the Open.
Yeah, what does that say about me then? losing to dumb guy. Oh wait. I'm dumb. Hang on. Where is he?
He can.
All right, we're gonna delete that footage from the
No.
official record. Oh, sorry for the brief internet outage. We're back. We're back up and running. All VOD watchers. Sorry for the missed bit of content. Anyway, Rambler in the lion fight.
We can see that these things are really done quite often from these remarks.
Yes. Okay, big stagger, big proc. Does get the riposte.
That stat dump really is showing with the damage.
Yeah,
That dex is
it
on
could be
a
better.
higher level.
Could be better, but yes,
Yeah,
it is.
Especially if you get hit and you don't have talismans to like.
Yeah, like that. Dodging the gobble
Not
gobble.
trying to curse.
Poke attacks, very nice. Lightning, good.
Yeah, very nice. Lion is weak to pierce damage, so you want to keep using pierce attacks.
Choosing
as
to
much as
stay in
possible.
tight on this move is always a little dangerous. Does get the nice dodges. Another stagger.
That's pretty
He's in a
clean
little
so
awkward
far.
position.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
gets
not
the
going.
hockey stop and doesn't get the riposte. And now he's in the wall! Lightning? What the fuck is the lion doing? Who knows?
Oh, he was a bit confused by Rambler as well. Like we were.
Yeah.
That is one of the worst positions that you can be in versus Lion.
The lion did let him go. Oh, the proc. The stomp. Jump.
Oh, that
very
was
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Little
Okay,
twirly
now
move.
just mental reset. Calm and collected.
What the hell is going on? Okay, he was just kind of greeting it, trying to burn him. No big deal. Down goes the lion. Square for Rambler. Very nice.
Now Say also knows that Rambler has access towards Scadu Altus.
Yes. There is no way to kill a dancing lion without achieving that access. Rambler not going for the stew just yet.
Also, like Rambler is having one helm right now. There are helms that are more easily accessible, I would say, than the Greyjar one. So Ralva now is a chance for that square.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't say that it's only option, definitely. You are going towards Scadu Avatar. You will be draining water for that one. You can kill Vigo there as well.
Another round at Teal Skip for Rambler. Says Death Knight looking very, very clean.
Oh, yeah.
Curse counterweighting. Come on, get his ass.
You already did curse them once.
I did not curse anyone.
You did.
What was the curse? The counter's at zero. Like, the facts are not on your side.
It was early in game. Clippers. Drink.
Okay.
Work. That was really clean that night, I must say.
Yeah, it was very nice.
But that also just, like, Ramble is not happy about that one, because he wasted a bit of time, at least minute and a half, especially with those goblin thingies attacking you. So he wasted a bit of time prepping that catacomb as well. So that is good for Say, but he doesn't know that yet.
Yeah. So I presume I didn't see him because I was watching the lion fight, but I presume Say grabbed the lightning, the blink bolt ash of war while he was in there. I should hope.
I'm not completely sure. I'm not sure to know where exactly that ash of war is. Is it in the chest? Like in the room.
I feel like I've told you this like a dozen times. Like, yeah, it's up there. It's up there in the chest above on the spike traps before the stone sheath
until
sword.
I do it
sword
myself,
altar.
I don't think that I will remember.
You could also listen when people are talking. You know.
I can try.
Man. Anyway, Rambler, Scadu Altus. Now he is running a very intense risk of not being able to give Horn Scent the Scorpion Stew in time, because he now has the Scadu Altus access. That means that he can lock himself out of this whenever he breaks the Great Rune. I did put out a PSA the other day that breaking the Great Rune likely locks you out. So as long as he saw that, it should be relatively fresh in his mind, because, you know, gamers read. We're notoriously good readers and remember every piece of information that we've ever read. So surely it'll be just fine.
I'm living proof of that one.
But if he does lock himself out of that, the row 4 all of a sudden becomes extremely dangerous, because SAE, being the absolute 10,000 IQ giga genius, did in fact grab that Glovewort from the catacomb. So he only has to grab 2, and it is much easier to grab 2 than it is to grab 3, just by virtue of how they're distributed in the coast, if he ever decides to go down there.
I also want to mention how clean SAE fights look like. Like he's playing, he did fight Loga and now Red Bear, which are same weapon type. So it's really utilization of now he's doing pierce attacks, but it's really good utilization of Ash of War on Grey Katana. This is the default Ash of War. It's quite nice, but he was a bit trolling at the end with pierce attacks.
Also, didn't point it out at the time, but I believe that the 3 Spirit Ash mark does block Rambler off of every bingo. That took care of the column 1 and row 5 potential. So Rambler, I believe, is in majority mode, unless my morning eyes without oodles of coffee yet deceive me.
You are correct, but the SAE has 3 bingos open currently, so that is also a bit scary for Rambler. And especially if he goes back section now, because he is not leaning towards currently, but he can go, because we have stuff that we might want there. He can lock himself out of it, and that row 4 can be really tricky to block. Because you don't have really anything towards Jagged Pick except that Fell Finger. So you don't want to be forced into that one.
Okay. Pretty nice Red Bear fight. Not going for the riposte.
Opting for a bit more DPS with that Ash of War, but having stamina low kind of contradicts that as well. Because you need to wait for stamina to recover, but it's okay. That should be a square as well.
Okay. Bringing it to a 2 square differential. SAE is very likely to clean up this Jail Knight here, though, and bring it back to a 3 square lead. So Rambler still has some progress on smithing stones. He's still got a better grace for the Gloveworts. He still has access to the Scorpion Stew, which he appears to be doing now. The Gravebird kill is up in the air. Blink Bolt should be SAE's. Sorceries is likely SAE's, given that he has Rellana's Remembrance. The Rolling Lightning Ram should probably be Rambler's, who is utilizing a skip now to go do the Scorpion Stew. So it's good that we will not be seeing him be locked out of that.
It could be his.
Oh, okay. Close one. Yeah.
That was really close. Yeah,
probably better to just grab the Grace, you know, when running through the first time, but it's fine. He's got the parkour. Barely, but he's got it.
We are alive. That is important in this. Definitely.
Where the... Okay, going through this way. What? Little zip down the old curtains. Over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house.
This is definitely way to go, considering that grabbing Grace is only 5 seconds. A bit less, but yeah.
And now SAE is encroaching on the Elac River, so he's making a blitz for that Lightning Ram to polish off the Gloveworts. What else? I mean, if he... So killing the Gravebird using only items is a tricky square.
Perfume oil.
Perfume oil is very far out of the way, but you can do it. There are squares that incentivize killing this tree spirit down here, and you can use that item to kill the Gravebirds, but these round rocks that SAE's picking up are a pretty nice option as well.
They deal damage. I mean, you need for them, I believe, a bit strength points to be really effective, but they are doing quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, they'll deal good damage. The other thing that I haven't really mentioned to anyone yet, and I was kind of hoping to see somebody cook it up on their own, but once you have some extra money, if you buy the ruptured crystal tiers in Kale's shop, the physic is an item, and gravebirds are weaker to holy. So give yourself the old big bang boom, and maybe like one round rock, and the gravebirds take a lot of damage from that. So we'll see if anyone watching chooses to use this technology in their games, or whether nobody listens to Jack. We'll see. But I think people listen to Jack. It's smart to listen to Jack.
Occasionally. Once in a while doesn't hurt. Definitely.
All right. So what is SÆSAE going to choose to do first down here? Gloveworts would kind of put the heat on, but as we see here, Rambler's about to give the stew, so it's not going to matter quite so much. He just has to get these maps from Hornsent.
I was confused by SÆSAE right now, what he's patting currently. But...
Okay, that should do that. Boom. He's just going for the ram. Nothing too crazy here.
No, he went towards bell bearing, like where the back bell bearing is dropped down. Then he switched to the right. Like he was not going straight for. Maybe he thought that he can climb onto that area where ram is.
There are some very concerning comments in chat that we will not be reading. Pipe down, y'all.
Yep.
Oh, so now it's a bit of a ram race. Oh, SÆSAE's timing. Dude, this guy. How does he know how to... Whatever. Fuck this guy. I mean, sorry, what?
I was about to say, usually I'm using like Pierce attack, like running R1 or something, but that just shows the class of his knowledge of timings. Like,
2 for 2 and the ram goes down. Oh my god.
Supposedly this guy is not practicing, but come on. Look
who needs technology when you're just a fucking god? Just insane.
That stings a bit when you are just mortal who needs to do this quest.
Yeah, I'm out here like, ooh, +0 dragon katana, stormblade is helpful. It's just like, nah, just stand there and bang. Just 2 fucking shots to the dome, no problem. God,
definitely trying new attacks, going Parchment Oil, trying everything just to make it interesting and easier for you. And there's this guy just flexing on us.
Yep. Just be correct. Just have the correct timing. Just don't. Okay,
I know that
poison shit. I don't.
He's doing a grey bed.
He is. I don't know that he has it. Well, he probably has enough. Okay. Getting the double bird, a bit concerned potentially.
I do believe there are grey birds who are one at a time.
Yeah, I practiced this one on the grave birds up by Egon's Grace. It's pretty easy to isolate one. Okay, here we go. Oh my god.
God damn it. Okay. They can hit. Oh, that was...
All right, so 3 round rock. That's all it takes. See, this is a fast square, guys. You got to try out these new squares. Like, some of them are just like, whoa.
Yeah. I love these new squares.
Easy
I really
peasy.
Enjoy these squares.
Just huck a rock at a bird. You're like a kid on the playground, just with no morals.
Oh my god. That is a bit concerning.
Okay, Shadow says that Champa and Rosa are cooking up the very same technology with the ruptured tier, independent of my saying so. So we got there just in time.
Masterminds think alike. Definitely.
All right, Ghost Flame Dragon time. So Rambler looking on closing out the smithing stones. It is the last double block to force majority for his side of things. By the way, I would like to mention that we are 45 minutes in and 18 squares have been marked. So this is a fast format. Blink and you'll miss it. It puts a lot of like pressure on players to perform. Like when shit is this fast and you are like not with it, you can fall behind extremely quickly. And we didn't even see these kind of runaway bingo lines forming this game. Like this was just majority gameplay, synergy, map presence, all that kind of stuff. We'll look to see what the rest of the weekend has in store for us as far as like kind of crazy threats, big races, stuff like this. But this is just mostly SÆSAE being more efficient on the map, not getting sniped on as much stuff. He did get sniped off rip on the Ensis checkpoint, but ever since then he's kind of had Rambler's number.
Blink Bolt, and you'll miss it. I love that one. But overall, this is also important to mention. It's not like when you get the access first to Scadu Altus, that doesn't mean that you win all the squares in Scadu Altus. If you get it too early and you don't collect your squares in a graveside plane, you are also in the problematic state. So it's really mind games on the high end right here.
Yeah, and
it's not easy to close out on the lead that you have in this format.
Yeah, and the squares in Shadow Altus, like you'll note there's no like kill Dryleaf Dane in the duel or anything like that. None of these like fast Shadow Altus squares exist on this list. Everything past that access is a lot slower to prevent people from just like getting the access and then just like bam, there's 5 squares and the opponent can't possibly catch up or something like that. Every single square past these gatekeeper bosses is going to be a bit of time. So you'll often see people like get the access, maybe bang out the quickest square that they can, like Kindred cookbooks or something, and then dive right back into Gravesite Plane with a pile of Altus Scadu, the money from the Gatekeeper boss, and just use that as velocity in the game, clean up these quicker squares, eat away from where their opponent is still trying to have their meal, and really ruin their day in that way.
It's kind of sad that when you mention money from Gatekeeper boss, Lion happened to be in my mind. Him giving less money than ADM, it's sad.
But well, true. It's still plenty to get up and running for most definitely.
Of the game. You have to buy full talisman build, and you will have a spare to buy a few levels into your pocket as well. We can see SÆSAE buying the sorcery as well, so he's most likely going to drop down to Moonratil right now to get his last and final sorcery.
Did he already cash out Rellana's Remembrance, or?
I don't think so.
Remembrance?
We will find out shortly. We can see that we are both paying attention.
Oh yeah. Nice skip. And we got a
first skip that doesn't have
for real
lives yet.
Yeah, we glaze him all in the back half of the game and stuff, but we remember those skips.
The game was a bit harsh. I mean, him getting back mentally from few issues early, it's quite nice.
That's true. SÆSAE does not. He's like rarely in the position where he has to play from a disadvantage. So keeping like the cool head is not necessarily a practiced trait of his, but we who play with him a fair bit know that that is not really a problem for SÆSAE, just naturally based on who he is.
He is an amazing player. He doesn't need to practice. He is built different. He doesn't even need to pre-buffer his running, you know. He's that guy. He's him. Okay, he did not cash in on the sorcery. He's doing that right now and marking square. Yep. That also presents the column 2 threat even more.
All right, SÆSAE. So just end on the sheep. End on the sheep. Okay, he is ending on the sheep, but he didn't grab it going through the first time. he is back in this catacomb. It must have.
It's also now it's definitely majority game with the Rambler blocking all 2 last bingos as well.
And also SÆSAE is at 12, so yeah.
No. It's factual. That is correct. That it's now majority either way. And it will be most likely game under an hour, so this just proves that this format is quite quick.
Yeah. And we can see that SÆSAE's last square is going to be uncontested. So, if there are any watchers who are in the next match, if you guys could start the process of preparing for your match. We will have like a little bit of a post-game breakdown, talk about the match, what happened, and then we'll cut to a quick break. So I, in particular, do not die throughout the day. Then we'll be saying goodbye to Gray and welcoming in someone. I should know the schedule.
I don't really know who's casting the other game, but he will definitely do a good job.
Who is that?
Aggro.
Aggro.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Aggro.
Rosa, SÆSAE
Experienced.
will be the match, and Aggro will be the co-caster.
I want to mention to you that I already did ping Sci-Fi and Rosa to be ready for this next game. So
Gotcha. Thanks so
that
much.
has been taken care
Oh,
of.
SÆSAE getting imped.
Oh, again. Nice.
Ah, Rambler has made the read that it is going to be this sheep. So maybe SÆSAE dies to this like catacomb sorcerer up here, or these imps or something, and just spawns back at the Grace, and Rambler fire. He's quite tanky.
It's possible, but I really want to mention this one. Killing sheep with this Ashavo, it's not easy thing to do. I know a few people who might have struggled for 20 minutes on this quest like this.
This is a slightly different square than
Yeah,
the
it is,
Elash
but
sheep
still.
moment. Yes, but
It's a bit trolly as well.
yeah. It should not. He does have to run all the way to Prospect Town. Let's see if he remembers to put the ash on. Maybe he'll forget. Nah, he's way too fucking smart. Oh, come on, dude.
He is him, as I said. He's even putting points into mind karma.
Amazing.
Just to prove how smart he is.
Yeah. Worthy of the Einstein mantle.
Yep.
Rambler does not appear to know where this Ash of War is. He is on his way to the Glovewort. Maybe that was the plan. Maybe he wants the Glovewort and
Just to
and the
have
ash.
most of
Yeah,
that square.
trying to synergize to the end.
Although he did not pick up the glow that was near Mariga when he killed her.
Glovewort. Oh, this is why SÆSAE was killing the Mesmer soldiers, by the way.
Yep. And there is also one Mesmer soldier that is sleeping when you enter this room. So there are 3 Mesmer soldiers and a Black Knight. That is not company that you would want to be surrounded by.
Yeah, they do a lot of shouting.
A lot of damage.
And a lot of damage, yes. Right, SÆSAE remembered the Ash of War. He has now 20 whopping points in mind. More mind than endurance. This feeble old man with his gigantic brain is ready to fuck up some sheep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
the
dog. All right. We got a little bit of spite.
At
All
least someone is on our side.
Yeah, 1. Yeah, there's no requirement that you kill dogs with this Ash, so.
That would be funny, though.
Oh, come on. Oh, wuss, not getting the ones near the giant sheep. For those who do not know, when you kill the little sheep in view of the big sheep, funny things happen. Like that.
These things.
Dude, he used the, unintentionally, he used the iframes of the blink bolt to dodge the big sheep. Okay, here it comes. Okay. Getting squished.
Good thing is that he
little
is
sheep.
Scadued up. But
yeah, he is quite tanky, but these sheep are quite absurd. Oh, here it comes.
That Dragon Crest
Torrent.
that he has, it's also quite important right now.
Yes, dude. Ah, welcome to Lion Locked, everyone. Welcome to Lion Locked. I've lost count of the sheeps. Like I don't know how many he's killed. Hopefully, he's keeping track.
They should be enough.
What?
The last
little
one
one
should be enough right now. Yeah. Almost killed by the lightning bolt.
Nice dodge.
Oh, he dodged again with the iframes.
Come on. Here it comes.
At least this is
Oh.
great way to end the game.
They're just bullying him on the ground. There it is. Get him.
Actually,
from behind! Oh,
he's dead.
Yes.
Holy shit, cinema.
Yes, dude. I was. Oh man, I was hoping. I was. Oh, there we get the SÆSAE cackle.
Oh, now this is pure cinema. I'm extremely happy with the outcome of this endgame. And this gave a Rambler enough time to get the Ash of War, but sadly he didn't have enough time to kill all the sheep.
The sheep are letting us know who the real goats are, you know.
Yeah, holy sheep cinema.
So I think he's got one more to do, but yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna kill one of the ones on the outliers.
It would be nice if he killed the giant one. I mean, you can see that Rambler is really close, but sadly,
Yeah,
it
Say
will,
just has to kill
grab
one of
right
these
before
straggler
he's there.
sheep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, they're running. Run, little
Lesser
sheep.
sheep.
Oh. What's he? He's looking for some
This
other
guy's
straggler.
quite indecisive.
Okay, here it is. He has chosen his victim. Yeah. And another. And one final one.
That should be.
Oh. Oh,
No,
I guess he needed another
that
one.
was fourth one, it seems. You need to kill.
Okay.
You might think that you need to kill
Nah, he's
5
got
in
it.
a row.
Did he only kill
without
2?
dying.
Let's lock him out. Let's lock him out of the square.
That would be even
That is
funny.
a squirrel, my friend. Rambler, meanwhile, onto the sheep. He's got
If he
one.
kills another one
Oh,
after this
all right.
one, he's locked out of the square.
Maybe he does think he needs to do it in one life for some
do it
reason.
in one
We'll
life,
just.
yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying myself. We'll just let it happen. We'll just let it happen.
At least have a Rambler kill at least few ships. No, this is cinema.
rolling. Dude, even boy, he's not stopping. Oh my god. Showing Elash how it's done. All right.
A Rambler might be able.
Dude, that would be
Look at
so
these four
funny. Like
ships.
he was
Look at these four
multi-hitting them.
ships.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
getting some distance. It's going for speed.
No.
Oh, okay, that's gonna do it. Say,
No,
are
still
you
not
gonna mark
marking
a
it?
square ever? Hello? How many sheep is this?
Rambler?
Rambler's in the lead on this. SÆSAE out of
Nice.
FP.
Rambler?
What is he doing? All right,
this is
my
great.
Einstein can't count. He buffed up his mind to 20, but not his intelligence, I guess.
Oh my god. I mean, that intelligent tier. I think he did not drink that physique in this one.
Wow. All right. Well, shit. I
Get
guess.
back in the game.
I guess we're killing Shadow Tree Avatar.
Oh my god.
No, that is a Glovewort 9, brother. We may be doing a lot of boat checks. Where are they?
It's already done, Square.
Not
It's
here.
already done, Shadow. The other player marked that Square. He is definitely locked right now.
Yeah. By virtue of lockout
Oh.
bingo, he is indeed locked out of the square.
I mean, when you look at the name of the square, it doesn't say that you need to kill them in a single life.
It doesn't even say
kill
unique. You
5.
could kill the same one every time.
Yeah.
Don't, because it's funnier this way, but
But also don't try to throw on purpose and maybe lose because of that, like this one. But it was quite entertaining for us, I must say.
okay. Rambler
I mean-
going on a Indiana Jones style archaeology expedition for where the grave or the great Glovorts are. And it's map genie time.
It's definitely doing not justice to showing off this format, because we were thinking that this game will end before 1 hour mark, but it's already been past 1 hour mark.
It's okay. I think Nike, who's in our last game of the day, can't play too terribly early, so having a bit of delay is just fine.
Oh, this will definitely work in that favor.
Plus, one of these matches could be like a 20-minute bingo. We have no idea. It could be any number of things that happen.
This one could have ended like 6 or 5 minutes ago, but who knows? It's Bingus. That's Bingus overall.
That is indeed. That is indeed Bengus. Say also, oh no, he has like the America rune and stuff. He's got a ton of money and a ton of mind. So what if he chooses a Ash of War that? Oh no, wait, he probably doesn't have like the Fire Knight ones. No, of course not. Coffee, dude. All right, we have the info. The research has been done.
Yep.
Rambler's turn to level up mind.
Genie. Yeah.
Yep.
I do believe from his current position, going for the one near Dancer is definitely quickest. But also one near Merga, if he had a Grace, it could be quick. But it would be much better if he grabbed it the first time when he was visiting Merga.
Oh, Say has a second one. The one in Church District.
Oh, yeah. But SAE is quite far away from
And he's
the other
not, though,
ones.
because he killed the lightning ram. He's got a grace down in the coast.
Oh, yeah.
He's progressing up. Why would you drain the water?
Not go for Scadu. Maybe he wants access to have back section grace for Maddingham just in case.
I guess. I'm more inclined to think that he's trolling me. Oh, no, Rambler went the wrong way. Oh, God, he went in the direction of the perfumed oil. He didn't go in the direction of the glovewort. Yeah, you have to go through the tunnel the other direction. Unless there's... Surely there's not one over here that I don't know about.
I doubt.
Yeah.
This is one on the other side, definitely. Maybe Map Genie is telling him to kind of in this direction, but... No.
Maybe he just read the description, like go through that tunnel and you'll find it. But you go through the tunnel and run the other direction and you'll find it. This
now
is
watch SAE just
not
sending
Dewey.
Maddingham.
All right,
'Cause
Egon's
that is
finger.
actually-
We're going for Egon's finger. But yeah, welcome to the new format. We got people not knowing how to count sheep, not very good sleepers. We got people not knowing where to find random shit because new squares that you've never done before, and Map Genie in the middle of the game.
Now listen to this shout. If you are going Maddingham as a SAE, and you have 2 Galabots right now, you have the third one if you kill Big Mount Imp in Joy's Catacomb.
He's not wrong. He is indeed not wrong. But it's going to be an avatar. All right, another skip. We're going to see the other gamer skip into the hole. Will he do this one correctly the first time? Any betters? Any betters?
I would love to see him fail at least twice.
Well, of course he would.
I think he already cashed in on his bad luck today.
Okay, he's got the punch jump ready.
But
All
it's,
right. There we go.
I'm
The rust has worn off. The king is back. Skips are fine. He still can't
we will
count
not
though.
talk. Yeah, we will not talk about that part of unrusting, but that was also just mental preparation. He wanted to make this game a bit more interesting. But I'm really sad that Elash is not here for this game. That's really
With the
sad.
sheep.
Overall,
just catching
for this
strays
game.
for the sheep incidents. I mean, maybe there'll be sheep on his board. We'll see.
I would love to see that.
I could re-roll. I could re-roll for sheep if I felt so inclined.
You have power.
I do have that power. I probably won't, but I could. We'll have to see.
So far, it's been really entertaining game, especially in the later parts with the shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice when like the outcome is at least like pretty certain to have some like entertaining stuff happen, like the say not knowing how to count sheep, Rambler sniping him on it.
I mean,
good
Scadu
stuff.
Altus is not easiest boss to kill as well.
Popping the iris for a rune arc effect. Ooh, 5% more HP. Oh yes, Einstein at work.
He is extremely good player, but that Scadu Altus hits like a truck.
Nah, he'll be fine. Curse counter's waiting, but he'll be fine.
Why?
14 faith?
Uh-huh.
That's not a lot of faith.
I guess he will be putting
Regretting all those points in mind when he thought the game was over, huh?
Could have put points into fire, into strength for fire and for the rock that he was throwing.
I think it takes quite a bit of strength to make the fire infusion any good, but I've never really tested it, to be honest. So
actually, Madsen, I think, was doing fire infusion yesterday. He respect for this fight, and he had like 30 or 20 points into strength.
one poke to the face, almost 1,000 damage. Very nice.
Sadly, no killing could, so we don't have that Ash of War specifically.
Yeah.
That is jumping there.
Yeah. Rambler showing off his great glovewort. Very nice. That should be 2, I think.
He is checking MapG definitely for third one.
Yeah.
That is which one is this one that he picked up?
I don't know. He's staring at a boat. They all look the same. Okay, he's near the...
Not Marigold.
Oh, he
that is
dropped down from
definitely-
Karos? Was he running? I mean, I've been mostly watching SAE, but like, did he run all the way? He did run all the way from ADM to get the one that you can get via the skip, I think.
Yeah, but why not just pick up the one that are accessible near the cross or the Mergo one? I do believe that those ones are quite quick about. Map Genie is not taking.
I was going to say, I do have an answer for you, and that is lack of being aware. That is the thing.
Definitely. Oh, we can. On the other hand, we can see knowledge of fight, how to play second phase of Scadu Altus.
Gets hit right as you say that. Very nice. Oh, rolling backward from that move. Okay, gets into the stem. Easy pokes. Out of stamina, though, for the bigger punish on the head.
That are small punishes.
Grab him! No.
Oh, that was close.
Gets the stagger.
Not taking stagger could be nice. Okay.
Yeah. Does not get bamboozled.
I mean, that guy is insane for a reason. When it comes not to counting, definitely. I think this would be the joke for some time in this.
What this really is it's Dodgy's fault. Dodgy was supposed to make the short on how to count, and SÆSAE was just counting on having seen that, and then he just Dodgy was there to teach him how to count to 5, and just was an absentee father. Just did not impart the knowledge. It's a real shame.
And I don't know who did this Scadu Altus short. I think it was you, but he also didn't count those jumps, and he didn't do that attack, and he got hit pretty hard by the first explosion.
What an idiot!
And he doesn't have recharge shield, so if Scadu Altus decides to do triple explosions, SÆSAE might easily die.
Not jumping. Gets smacked. He stays down.
He's using iframes.
Okay.
That should be it. Yeah.
Wow!
GG's.
Amazing! Holy shit!
Should I undefend them immediately?
No.
Okay.
We will not do that. Can stop the match, though. All right. So, game 1 in the books. SÆSAE will be progressing on. Rambler, meanwhile, is using this time to continue searching for the Gloveworts.
And he did find it. The last one.
Yes. Amazing. So,
which is sad, considering the fact that he was already in that location. But yeah.
We've seen a host of new squares, some lovable mistakes. It's exactly what you want from a new format, so excellent first game in the books. Rambler, sadly, will not be moving on in the competition, and we will be seeing SÆSAE tomorrow. So, let's go ahead and bring in SÆSAE, if you could.
Okay. GG SÆSAE, congratulations for winning.
Hello.
Who taught you how to count, brother?
I forgot, yeah.
Forgot to count the shoot.
Am I at 4 or 5? I'll kill one more just to be sure.
No, you killed.
I think you killed like 8 sheep or something. Yeah.
No, I didn't kill 8 sheep. Like when I was getting smacked around, I killed only one between those.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
I beg to differ that one, but we'll see in the VOD.
I think also it was like, it needs to be unique ones, and I know there was one of those that I had already killed, so that's why I went to the other place after. But,
also can't read, because that is not a qualifier for this square.
So we overglazed you before that one.
I remember you saying something about you ran out of space, so...
But I say things, whatever, it's fine.
Oh yeah, you just make rules of a format, and then you say things, but they might not be good. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The game is concluded. It was absolutely hilarious. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I forgot to grab it during the fog griffin. I was like, shit, I need to go back.
So the beginning of the game, you got sniped due to grabbing the Grace and not being able to make it up the waterfall on the Ensis checkpoint. From there, what was the recovery like?
Panic. Essentially, I was like, I will need faster access to Scadu Altus to be able to win, essentially. And I was like, let me grab a couple of things that will help for that, which is Scadu, 2 squares with Slogar and 2 Black Steel Hammer, and rushing the Shadow Tree Blessing, essentially, and having the options to go to Lion, since there was like 4 squares to Lion. I wanted to get Rellana access, because I prefer Rellana than Lion. And after that, I could just grab a lot of stuff in Scadu Altus, remove the Lion Spirit Spring, and lots of Spirit Ash at the same time. So that was my plan. Was like, I'm pretty sure like Ensis checkpoint is a very good square to have, just as where it is on the board. And after that, I was like, I skill issued. Let's go kill some things and grab Skidoo. That was essentially it.
Yeah, right on. It was a nice synergistic game from then on out. Gray, do you mind bringing in Rambler for us?
Yeah, I think. GG's Rambler. Do you do?
GG's. It was better than I
GG's.
expected, but also awful.
Yeah, it was a good
Also,
one.
my sheep, man, my sheep.
I assumed that would be a snipe. I had Fog Wraith prepared, but it went there sooner than I expected.
Okay, when I saw the human boss, I expected you kill Ons for the Spirit Ashes, but then after a while, I was like, oh, Great Glovewort was over there. You could finish
Well,
them
it
with.
is there. I learned this now.
Oh, okay. Oh, you didn't even grab it. Oh, again, because I was like,
At that
oh, okay,
point,
it's probably Mariga, so he has access to the Lightning Ram and Fog Riff, and I was like,
It
let
was
me-
Mariga, but yeah.
It was Mariga, yeah, okay. So I was like, let me just try to get some stuff from there, but I guess since you didn't have any Shadow Altus access until you killed Ryan, I was like, yeah, I can try to steal a bit of stuff from you.
Yeah, my biggest mistake this game was reading the center square level 5. Okay, don't need to read any longer. Level 5
I
means it's revered spirit ash. So I started
see.
collecting, and I mean, and then when I realized, I was like, oh my god, I still need to go for it because, well, I cannot be like at a damage disadvantage. And well, you marked as I was going to kill the pot guy in Scorch Runes.
Oh, okay, it was very
And that was
close,
my
okay.
last one. That was very close. Like if I realize that was the square, I definitely get it. Because I collected like Spirit Ash like at least 2 before realizing.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. After my horrible Ansys run, I panicked a bit and didn't know exactly what to do. I was running everywhere, and after I got a couple of squares and I got that middle one, I was like, okay, crisis averted. Let's go back to cool and collected. Then I fucking skill issue on TLE 3 times in a row, and I get freaking mad.
Well, I must
Like,
say, skips today were quite the
yeah.
opponent.
Skips
Not just for you. The Rainbow also died on TLA. So there was
yeah,
a time when
damn.
you both died, and then the 8 was quite nice. For us watchers, not for you so much, but definitely.
Cookbooks was a severe snipe. I was about to get to the ram.
Oh, okay. Oh, the one in the
and-
river. Yeah. Yeah.
Left
Yeah,
side of
and-
the ram, right?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
and then I panicked. I said, okay, I don't go for ram. I go for demi-human boss.
You probably
Because I
thought I was
thought you were
also in
doing
the
the same
river, I
thing as I
guess.
was doing.
Yeah, but I was in Altus, so yeah.
Yeah, in my head, you had like Belurat prepped, and you were just racing south things.
Oh, okay.
And actually, you were already in Shadow Altus. Had no Belurat, I assume.
Some of it.
I had one grace in Belurat because if my plan to go fast Shadow Altus backfired because you killed Rellana before, for example, well, I needed the lion squares. So one of my Shadow Tree blessing, like one of my fragments, was the Belurat cross. So I had one grace in Belurat to go to lion if needed.
Yeah, I only went to Ensis to mark the square, basically. I never delved further into it.
Yeah, well, it was pretty much the only square with unique Black Knights. So, but I could have sworn there was another one in Ensis, but
I mean,
guess I
sorcery is
misremembered.
easier that way if you kill Rellana.
Yeah,
But-
Rellana.
Rellana,
But I like Belurat better, especially because center square was reach level 5 revered spirit ash in my mind.
Revered. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand the mix-up now.
I think also a big thing to point out is, I mean, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but definitely, I think it was around 20 something minutes where you actually showed any real progress on the map, say. Because up until that point, you only showed that you killed Logar and like Stilgar Hemo, which are in Graveside Plain. You did not show any of Legacy dungeons or anything. Like the first thing that indicates that it's you getting two sealed Spirit Springs. That means that you actually killed Rellana and did the
Yeah.
Spirit Springs elsewhere. So that was also good. That kept the Ramble guessing, and really good mind games overall.
Yeah. Well, a lot of stuff that you could grab in like the river and stuff were also Altus related. So I wanted you to be like, oh shit, he's not in Altus, he's out. We need to rush, and then I can grab a lot of stuff during that time. I did a lot of prep time during that. Yeah.
In this game, I thought that like early Altus access wasn't that important for me, but I didn't get the squares that would allow me to do that, which is basically the cookbooks and the RAM. Because with cookbooks and RAM, I'm forcing you to do 2 helms, and if you went through Altus and you're not doing Lion,
Yeah.
you need to go all the way back section, and that time I can do the Fog Rift play.
Yeah, that's why I wanted cookbook quite quickly as well when I reached Altus, just to make sure that that column was done, was taken care of. But yeah.
Yeah, but in the beginning, I was sure that at least one of them was a snipe, because there's no world where I get both of them. It was a greedy play, but I thought it was warranted because of the max level stones.
Yeah.
Did any of you think to synergize not Black Jail, Belurat Jail? Because Belurat Jail had Spirit Ash, had Demi-Human Boss, had Helmet. So was that in your radar at all?
It was.
I thought about it as well, but I realized it was gonna be quite slow. That in Altus I could grab like very easy Spirit Ashes and cookbooks and access to a mausoleum with the sealed Spirit Spring as well. So I preferred that synergy over the Belurat one. Like I wanted you to be in Belurat for the demi-human boss and the helmet, so that you killed Ryan, you have the other helmet, good. But yeah, South made more sense. But for a while I thought that your demi-human boss was Hansa, yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I like if there were 3 GLC Spirit Ashes, easy, but like because you don't have 2 easy, right? Like you would have to kill Bloodfiend, which is fine, I guess, if you like with 2-headed.
I think
but then after that, it's very slow without Scadu Altus.
Yeah, can you even do it without Scadu Altus? That's
You
what I'm
can
thinking
Grave Bird
about.
Ashes.
Gravebird, yeah. Damn,
That's what I'm thinking. It's too slow.
that's a trek on this board, yeah. Yeah, no,
You can kill
I did
Chief
base route
Bloodfiend
stuff
as well.
instead.
Yeah, Bloodfiend, Andreas, and Ans.
Andreas,
Andreas.
That's right. Andreas was one of
Andreas.
mine. Yeah, Andreas was one of mine.
Yeah. I should have kept Fog Rift. Like I should have done it when I was there, because I got the grace and everything.
Quite powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, Fog Rift. It's an Ash. There's a Glove Ward. There's the Blink Bolt.
Square itself.
Yep. No, it was a. It was a right.
4 squares related. I think only thing that could be extra on top of that is actually killing that knight, and that's it.
Oh, I remember where the last unique Black Knight I could have killed was done. He's in the Castle Ensis camp in front. He's not inside Ensis. Just remember. I was like, I could have sworn I could kill 4, but where's the last one? Oh, I'll kill a mounted one a bit later. Yeah.
All right, guys. Game 1 in the books. GG's to you both. I liked this board for you both. It was very synergistic without like the most extremely dangerous lines. So we got to see like the cooking of your strategic personalities, synergizing, all that good stuff. It was a treat to watch. Say congratulations on moving on to tomorrow, where you'll be facing.
for not having played a lot of Lion Locked. And
I played a grand total of 1 game before today, so
you're a monster. All right.
Both of you are definitely GG's. As I said, I don't know if you heard, you are veterans of this sport, so it was quite a pleasure watching you and casting your game.
Yeah, thanks for casting, Gray.
thanks a lot for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much, you guys. All
Bye.
right, bye-bye. And then we will be cutting to a quick break, probably another 10 minutes, mostly because I don't want to figure out how to reset the timer. And we'll be right back into our next match, which will be Fresh Rosa versus Sci-Fi Code, and Agro will be joining me to cast. So say goodbye to Gray Chat. I'm sure he'll be in there lurking, calling people bitches as he is wont to do. Yeah, pleasure to have you, Gray, and we'll catch you on the flip. All right, into the break. Here we go. Bye.
Bye.